Hello, this is Judy Baca, and I'm sending you a DVD to represent the ideas of my first draft. And I'm speaking to you from the Cesar Chavez Digital Mural Lab here at SPARC. I'd like to talk a little bit about the process we employed to create the imagery. We studied the site and actually did some renderings in which we submitted the walls to a series of puntos, of a division of musical harmony. These points actually are points that actually break up the space in a ratio system that is kind of an asymmetrical division and a sense of musical harmony. So that the divisions actually would bring lines through the spaces to create the bones of what I call the composition. These lines actually will reach the solar plexus of the viewer as they walk through. The ellipses that you see appearing are the ellipses that move through the room to pick up the viewer as they walk into the space. And we kind of tracked the ways that people would come into the space as they moved to the auditorium and the places from which people could best see the mural. Looking at the space, the ellipses actually were replicated in the movement of a skirt, which is a kind of beautiful, colorful tracing of a series of lines that would create the movement of a dancer's skirt. It gave us an opportunity to use this geometric convention to perhaps drop in images of the history of music in Dallas and in Texas. We also studied some of the architecture, which is another point that the board of directors directed me to think about. And we found in the National Library of Congress this beautiful form of the aqueduct of Dallas. And it's a historical site. And so we use that as a horizon line, as a line to actually define, again, the bones of the murals. We studied the Dallas skyline. Took the Dallas skyline and dropped it in as a way of defining the horizon. The beautiful tower in your own facility there at the Fine Arts Museum, and also the performers from photographs that you sent. We're using the Limon Dance Company here as the dancers that are moving through the swirl of skirts in a contemporary dance event. From the photographs that we received. So with this, the whole central element of this idea for the mural is movement. Use an accordion, which of course is one of the classic instruments of Texas, almost as an animated form beneath the figures. And this is a first draft of these ideas, and part of our concept was that actually, it gives us an opportunity to use the two dancers as a convention to drop in many images, which could be images you would choose. We selected a few of kind of my favorite key characters who, like Lydia Mendoza, like these beautiful flamingo dancers, people like the Hermanas Fragas, the Adelitas dancing in your own facilities. A wonderful historic photograph we found of young women performing in a backyard in Texas in what looks like maybe the 30s with a microphone in front of them. You'll see a number of different color renditions, our testing of the colors, trying to work with the room. We've replicated the shapes of the arches that run through the space, the beautiful kind of purple ribbons, which are replicated within the imagery. We've used the colors that are predominant within the site as a part of our palette. And while the colors are not in their final rendition, I thought before we went much further, we should show you how the first draft is going and get your feedback.